السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Yesterday, Hafiz Mustafa discussed a hadith regarding the 5 gifts given to this ummah in Ramadan. So we'll go over the hadith again briefly, and he went over the first 2 gifts and their commentary. So I'll just briefly mention the points regarding those, and then we'll go into the commentary regarding the final 3. So the narration goes, Abu Hurairah radhiyallahu anhu says that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, "My ummah has been given 5 special things that were not given to anyone before them. The smell from the mouth of a fasting Muslim is sweeter for Allah than the sweet smell of musk. The fish in the sea ask for forgiveness for them until they break their fast. Allah prepares and decorates His special Jannah every day and then says, 'The time is near when my loyal servants shall put away the load of the world and come to you.' The evil shayateen are chained in this month of Ramadan so as to not take people towards evils which they normally do during other months. On the last night of Ramadan, the fasting Muslims are forgiven." The Sahaba then asked, "O Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, is that the night of Laylatul Qadr?" To which he replied, "No, but it is only right that a servant should be given his reward on having completed his duty." So the first point being that the smell from the mouth of the fasting person is more pleasing to Allah than the smell of musk. The second point being that the fish in the sea ask for forgiveness for the person who fasts. And we went over the commentary of these yesterday, so we'll move on to the third one. The third favor given to the fasting person is that Jannah is decorated for them. The hadith states that at the beginning of every year, Jannah begins to be decorated for Ramadan. We know that when an important person is expected to arrive, great care is taken in the preparation for his welcome. For example, in a marriage preparation, it starts months in advance, likewise with Ramadan. The fourth favor is that the evil shayateen are chained, so evil is much less. One would expect that because of the great desire for worship of Allah in this blessed month, the shayateen would try just as hard to pull the faithful away from the righteous path, so that much more evil would be committed. However, that is not the case. Instead, we see much less evil. How many drunkards do we see who, just because of this blessed month, do not drink any wine? How many other sinners we see giving up evil acts during the blessed month of Ramadan? You may wonder that when the shayateen are chained, how is it that we still see sins being committed, even though in lesser amounts? The reply is that all evil may not necessarily be caused by the evil shayateen. Having for 11 months lived in disobedience to the wishes and catering to the whims of the shayateen, the doing of evil actions caused by them becomes a habit. And so evil is being done in Ramadan and also out of Ramadan. And for this reason, we find those who normally commit sins continue to do so, perhaps to a lesser extent. Thus, even though the shayateen have been chained, their effect on us has become so strong that we follow their ways from our own side, even in Ramadan. Another important point is that Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam has said, when a person commits a sin, a black spot forms on his heart. When he sincerely makes tawbah, it is removed, otherwise it remains. When he again commits a sin, another spot forms, and so on, until his heart becomes completely black. Then nothing good can enter his heart. Referring to this, Allah says in the Quran, never, but on their heart is the stain of evil. Thus their hearts become totally stained. In such cases, these hearts are obviously attracted towards sins. This is the reason why many people, without any fear, do one type of sin, but when thinking of another similar sin, then their hearts refuse to do it. For example, if those people who drink wine are told to eat pork, they would hate it, whereas these two evils are equally sinful. Similarly, the heart is stained by them, thus resulting in these sins being done even without any action of the shayateen. The author says, my personal opinion is that not all the shayateen are chained, but only the most evil ones. All of us can see that in Ramadan, it does not require a great amount of effort and energy to perform a good act. Neither does it need a great amount of self-control and effort to avoid sin as in other times. Maulana Shah Ishaq was of the opinion that for the evil people, only the most evil shayateen are chained, whereas for the pious ones, all shayateen are chained. Finally, the fifth favor given as a gift to the Muslim in Ramadan is that forgiveness is granted on the last night of Ramadan. Because of this great favor, the Sahaba thought that this night must be Laylatul Qadr. They knew the great blessings of that night and asked whether it was Laylatul Qadr. The reply was that it was not. This is just a favor granted for having fasted to the end of Ramadan. May Allah grant us an understanding and allow us to be recipients of these gifts from Allah. Ameen.
الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. ربنا اغفر لنا ولإخواننا الذين سبقونا بالإيمان ولا تجعل في قلوبنا غلا للذين آمنوا ربنا إنك رؤوف رحيم. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا. ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا. ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا. واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا. واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا. أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. ربنا إننا سمعنا مناديا ينادي للإيمان أن آمنوا بربكم فآمنا. ربنا فاغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار. ربنا وآتنا ما وعدتنا على رسلك ولا تخزنا يوم القيامة إنك لا تخلف الميعاد. اللهم إنا نسألك الهدى والتقى والعفاف والغنى. اللهم إنا نسألك رضاك والجنة ونعوذ بك من سخطك والنار. اللهم اكفنا بحلالك عن حرامك وأغننا بفضلك عمن سواك. اللهم اشف مرضانا ومرضى المسلمين. اللهم اشف مرضانا ومرضى المسلمين. اللهم اشف مرضانا ومرضى المسلمين. وارحم موتانا وموتى المسلمين وارحم موتانا وموتى المسلمين. اللهم إنا نسألك من خير ما سألك منه نبيك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، ونعوذ بك من شر ما استعاذ منه نبيك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم.
آمين.
وأنت المستعان وعليك البلاغ، ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون، وسلام على المرسلين، والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahümme leke sumtu ve ala rizkike aftartu. Khawatин o Hazrat, रोजा इफ्तार कर लीजिए. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. Eşhedü en la ilahe illallah. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر، الله أكبر. لا